Well, if it is 4 p.m. on a Thursday like this, it is time for news now right here on TV47. Thank you so much for finding time to join us on this edition on this 19th day of February 2026. Good afternoon. My name is Erick. Munene. News now begins now. Nicholas Macharia, the man who defiled and murdered 7-year-old baby Tamara Blessing Kafura, has been sentenced to death. While delivering the sentence, High Court Judge Kizito Magari directed that the death warrant be transmitted to the relevant authorities for execution within 30 days. However, the court granted the convict 14 days to file an appeal. Justice Magari noted that although the accused sought leniency during mitigation, he showed no remorse for his actions, and the judge also described the convict's conduct and demeanor as deeply disturbing, saying that the recorded confession reflected a profound disregard for life and human dignity and suggested a troubling likelihood of repeating similar acts if given the opportunity. Magari also dismissed the accused's attempt to blame it on the devil. Now, Nairobi court has acquitted a university student, David Mokaya, who has been charged with publishing false information and sharing online an image depicting a funeral procession of the president. In a judgment delivered by Magistrate Caroline Nyagudhi, the court ruled that the prosecution had failed to establish a prima facie case against Mokaya, leading to his acquittal. The trial court found that the accused person's electronic devices were examined without a valid court order. During the proceedings, investigators told the court that they had obtained orders to search and extract data from the gadgets.
Not only were the accused person's gadgets seized unlawfully, they were subjected to forensic examination without any judicial authorization. I do believe the forensic extraction constitutes a separate and more intrusive breach. In the case of Republic versus Mohammed Bashir Mohammed and another, the court held that digital forensic analysis requires judicial authorization because it exposes private communication and personal data.
And they therefore completely ignore the criminal procedure on how to deal with the investigations.
Moving on, the Committee on the Implementation of the 10-Point Agenda and NADCO report has intensified its consultative efforts, holding a meeting with the Center for Multi-Party Democracy, CMD, and its member political parties. The committee vice chair, Javas Bigambo, has revealed that the team has spent 2 days engaging civil society organizations and CMD to deepen shared understanding of the agenda, examine diverse viewpoints from political actors, and identify areas of convergence which will guide in writing the final report. Through structured deliberations, participants reviewed the framework of the agenda, assessed progress, and generated action points aimed at strengthening coordination in the implementation process. Now, the committee has already commenced county-level public participation engagements, completing sessions in Kisumu, Homa Bay, Migori, and Siaya.
The engagements that we have had here over the last 2 days focused on deepening shared understanding of stakeholder matrix surrounding the 10-point agenda issues, examining diverse viewpoints of political actors, and identifying areas of convergence. Through structured deliberations, the participants reviewed the overarching framework of the agenda, assessed the progress so far in the implementation of the 10-point agenda, and generated consolidated action points aimed at strengthening the coordination and coherence in the implementation process.
Now, Nairobi ODM leaders led by party chairperson and Makadara MP George Aladwa have vowed to rally county MCAs to defeat an impeachment motion against Nairobi Governor Johnson Sakaja. Now, the leaders who spoke during an ODM consultative meeting said ODM stands with the late party leader Raila Odinga, who they say saved Sakaja from impeachment last year after 87 out of 123 MCAs appended their signatures to impeach the governor.
Tulishaka na Sakaja kwa mkutano ODM pale Job Baba Kiwai, na tukasema amesamewa. Hizo signature mimi mwenyewe kama chairman sijaona, na MCS sijasikia wanamtimua. Kwa hivyo kama kuna hiyo ikifika wakati hiyo tutajibu. kwa sasa Governor Sakaja ndio governor wa Nairobi, na tuna support broad based, na tuna support our president kwa yale mambo walikubaliana na Raila Amolo Odinga ambaye alikuwa kiongozi wetu ambaye tulikuwa tunamwenzi, na tunasema moving forward to 2027, na hii hatutaki kuomba ama kusema tunabahatisha, kwa sababu hapo juu tunaona dalili ya ODM kusupport President Ruto, na sisi tunasema hapa Nairobi wataachia ODM kiti ya governor, na hiyo tutakuwa mambo tunataka kwanza kusumbuana mapema. Hiyo ni mazungumzo our party leader tampatia aweke kwa meza.
Well, still in politics, the Nairobi business community has opposed Friday's planned demonstrations led by former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, warning that the protests could disrupt economic activity and pose a threat to public safety in the capital. The traders have appealed to the organizers to reconsider staging the demonstrations here in Nairobi, urging that any grievances be addressed in the area where the former deputy president was reportedly tear-gassed, rather than traveling hundreds of kilometers to hold protests in the city.
While we respect fully the constitutional right of Kenyans to peaceful assembly and expression, we equally emphasize that business owners, workers, parents, and residents of Nairobi also have a right to carry on with their daily economic activities without disruption.
Now, the Nairobi City County government has ordered the demolition of a condemned 5-story building along Mirema Drive, adjacent to Mirema School, after inspectors declared the structure an imminent danger to the public. The decision followed a joint on-site assessment conducted Thursday morning by the county's Urban Planning and Compliance Department in collaboration with the National Disaster Management Department and the National Construction Authority.
Now we are in this building structure in Roysambu, sub-county, Mirema Drive. Now this building was identified sometime in the year 2022. It had some signs of structural failure, which was confirmed by that time, and the occupants were evacuated in 2022. Now the county government and the multi-agency team gave the owner the opportunity to make the building safe from that time up to now. So there are no remedial measures which have been taken on this structure. It has continued to deteriorate, and as we speak now, as you can see on your cameras, the building is unsafe.
Now, planned protests by families who say they have lost loved ones in Russia have been halted. The demonstrations were called off after authorities said the families failed to notify police within the required 5-day notice period. The families have further castigated the State Department for Diaspora Affairs, accusing the office of frustrating them during repeated visits.
A relative to one of our government institutions are already failing Kenyans. The State Department of Diaspora Affairs is an office that we have visited 1,000,001 times. And even actually when we presented this petition to them, they refused to acknowledge it. And it is very unfortunate, and this is the petition. We have also done another petition to Honorable Haika, that is the chairperson, that is Departmental Committee on the Diaspora Affairs and Migrant Workers Committee, Honorable Kitty Richard, Departmental Committee on Labor, Senator Recha Julius Mulgo, that is the chairperson Labor and Social Welfare in the Senate, Senator Adan Duro Fatuma, that is chairperson on national security.
Now, Kitengela traders are counting losses following protests and unrest that erupted on Wednesday, leading to massive looting and destruction of properties. Now, the protests were reportedly sparked by hawkers opposing a county government directive requiring them to vacate their trading spaces. Several businesses were reportedly vandalized and goods stolen on Monday. Police were forced to use tear gas to disperse protesters who had blocked the Nairobi-Namanga highway with stones. Tensions remains high in the town, with some businesses still closed due to uncertainty and fear of further arrest. Now, Kiharu Member of Parliament Ndindi Nyoro has accused the government of planning to introduce toll charges on already constructed public roads, warning the move will burden citizens. Speaking in Nairobi today during an economic symposium forum that brought together stakeholders from different sectors, the Kiharu legislator claimed authorities intend to begin levying fees on major highways, including the Rironi-Mau Summit Road. He argued that Kenyans already pay taxes and deserve free access to public infrastructure. Nyoro termed the proposal as double taxation that would unfairly affect ordinary motorists, while also urging the government to abandon tolling plans and instead adopt transparent policies to ease the cost of living. He maintained that roads funded by taxpayers must remain free for all users nationwide.
Whatever you want to expand, but leave the previous road free as it used to be. Just the expressway from Westlands, you have a choice to use the down one. But you can't say you are building at hii ya gorofa, ati utoro mpaka hii ya chini, ilijengwa hapo bereni. So Mombasa Road ikiexpandiwa, ile ilijengwa na Kibaki, ile ilijengwa na Kenyatta, na Moi, na Kibaki, na Uhuru, hiyo yote hatutalipa. But it must not be used by anyone, because I know the plan. The plan is to put up another lanes here, call them dual carriage, then purport to toll the road that was built by President Mwai Kibaki. If you are tolling the road, you toll the one you are going to build, or none at all. But the one we use for free, including the one that was built by President Mwai Kibaki, let no one dream that they are going to toll it, because you are not going to pay any toll on that road.
Now moving on, hundreds of refugees from the Banyamulenge community gathered in Nairobi on Wednesday to condemn renewed attacks against their people in the Eastern Democratic Republic of the Congo. The refugees, originally from South Kivu, held a memorial service to honor relatives and community members killed during years of conflict, and they also paid tribute to a slain general they described as a defender of their people. Community leaders say the Banyamulenge have faced decades of discrimination, political exclusion and violence, which worsened in 2017 with targeted village attacks. They allege killings, sexual violence, livestock theft and blocked humanitarian aid are also living in Kenya. Rather, they're now living in Kenya, and the refugees are urging international bodies and human rights groups to intervene and help restore peace.
People are being killed, people try to ignore. And the most victim is women and children. Women have been raped. All the people who are 100 have been shot because they cannot run. So, like injustice, we need justice.
We have noticed recently some houses have been burnt by the bombs of drone. Even the hero that we have come to commemorate today has been shot by the drone. You can imagine to the extent of sending a drone to kill somebody, a hero of our community who went there to fight so that our community who have been marginalized, discriminated, so that we may not be chased from our place.
Mimi ni miongoni mwa wale ambao nimejeruhiwa kupitia hizo vita. Unaona, sina viungo, sina mikono, hata na pande zingine ambazo nimeumia vikali, teseka sana.
Serikali yetu ya Kongo niweze kulinda kabila yetu, population yetu kama population zingine ama kama kabila zingine. Na discrimination tulifanyiwa, na sisi tunahitaji haki kama watu wengine.
Now, the Government Delivery Unit has conducted an inspection tour of ongoing national government projects across Taita Taveta County, reaffirming the state's commitment to fast-tracking service delivery under the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. Accompanied by the national government administrative officers and representatives from various ministries and agencies, the team assessed progress on key infrastructure initiatives aimed at enhancing connectivity, trade and economic growth. Among the projects inspected were major roads upgrades in Taveta, Mwatate and Wundanyi constituencies, affordable housing developments in Taveta and Voi, the Mwatunge and Voi markets and the Ikanga airstrip. Officials emphasized strict adherence to timelines, quality standards and interagency coordination to ensure the projects are completed on schedule and deliver tangible, lasting benefits to the people of Taita Taveta County. Time to get sporty now. Premier League leaders Arsenal were forced to settle for a thrilling 2-2 draw against Wolves on Wednesday night, surrendering victory in stoppage time after a late equalizer denied Mikel Arteta's side all the 3 points. The Gunners made a flying start, opening the scoring in the 5th minute before restoring their lead again.
What's up? Welcome to C4 Sunday, the ultimate gospel turn-up show.
We kick off from 7 to 8 a.m. with powerful preaching that will stir your faith.
The Bible says, arise, shine. It is not arise and shine, no.
From 8 to 9 a.m., we get to enjoy a segment that we all get to love, My Testimony.
He said he had a girl talking inside the door, like, hey!
And from 11 on the a.m., we got you covered. We bring you
My name is Diana Rose Mwangi, and I'm here to welcome you to Sifa Sunday Show. Sifa Zitande. Peace.
In the heart of Africa, a new battle is being waged. Not with weapons, but with ideas, determination, and unwavering ambition.
In business, we do a 5-year strategy, and in that, scaling is there. Sometimes we scale for the sake of scaling. Okay?
This is Founders Battlefield, where today's founders bear their scars to illuminate the path for tomorrow's founders.
When we discuss the question of low trust, there's something around the definition of identity.
We can be a net exporter, but we need to start treating our farmers as entrepreneurs and creating an ecosystem around them that they can make money and that they have the right inputs.
Catch it every Tuesday at 10 p.m. on TV.
Even though I'm a Manchester United fan, let's be fair to them. A point of correction there. Arsenal are 5 points ahead of Manchester City, although Manchester City have a game in hand. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. My name is Erick Munene. Keep safe.
What's up? Welcome to C4 Sunday, the